Okay, so I want to talk to you about the concept between storage versus savings. I don't really like the term savings account. I think it gives the wrong impression to people for what the actual purpose of their bank account structure or where they're actually putting money, what it's for. Uh, Calling it a savings account gives the impression that you're actually saving money. When a lot of time you're not saving money, you're essentially just storing it for a short period of time because your intention is to spend it. Okay, so it might be money going to your bills account and you're paying your car registration every year. Okay, you might put it in there every single week, but within 12 months, it's going to be spent when the next bill comes along. You might be putting money into your emergency funds or to your holiday account or to your presence account, or you might be saving up for renovation or those types of things. But your intention is to spend that money. It's not a long term saving. It's not going to provide you with additional income. It might give you a little bit of interest in the short run, but your objective for putting that money in that account is to spend it. If you look at it and you start calculating, yes, okay, I put 10 grand a year in my holiday account, in my presence account, those types of things. Oh, my budget looks really good. I'm saving a lot. Are you really? You're putting it in an account and you're going to spend it. Your intention is to spend it. Next year, you're not going to have that money. That money is not going to accumulate. It's not going to build up. Most importantly, that money is not going to provide you with a passive income or with growth and provide you with additional money working for you to improve your wealth. So we need to be really clear about the purpose behind each and every one of our accounts. Now, when we talk about accounts, I class them into three different types of accounts. We have our spending accounts, which we use for everyday expenses. We've got our personal spending accounts, and we've also got, if you're using like a credit card and things like that for your everyday expenses. Okay, those are spending accounts, money that is being used regularly, accounts are used regularly. You might have card access to those accounts. Your storage accounts are those accounts where they're not typically used every single week. There may be money that builds up in there, but that money will then be depleted at some point in time. And usually in the not too distant future. It might only be like a couple of years or something like that, but that money is going to be spent. It's already got a purpose that it's going to be spent on. So for those, you might look at your bills account, your main account, which all your bills and things come out of, um, your holiday and presence accounts, renovation, if you're saving up for renovation or to purchase a new car, something like that. I also class emergency funds in that storage account because if you think about it, the emergency money is an is money that's at call, so we can get access to it when we need to in case of an emergency. The intention is not to invest it for the long run and make a return. If we don't have an emergency, it may be invested for the long run, but it's typically not going to go into an investment where it's going to be there forever and provide us with meaningful positive income, passive income. I should say, because the intention will be if something goes wrong, then we're going to access it. Okay. So the third one, which is the savings. So what I like to call savings is they're long-term investments. So when we talk about savings and savings account, just make the clear separation in your mind. Okay, is this money being stored to be spent later on, usually on an expense item? Okay, or is this money being saved to go into a long-term investment where it's going to provide me with more income later on? Having the clear distinction will make it easier for you to actually gauge how you're progressing in your budget. Um, are you actually growing? Is your investments growing? Are you adding to it? Or are you just treading water and spending everything that you earn? Okay, long-term investments. So think superannuation. You put it in there, it's going to provide you with an income to live on for the rest of your life. Is it an early retirement fund? Is it buying personal shares or bonds, things like that? Is it a kid's investment account to help them with purchasing a house later on? Okay. Long-term investments, providing you with passive income, giving you growth that you're going to use in the long term. Okay. Storage accounts are for those things. Holidays, presents, they are savings, but they're short-term savings. Your intention is to spend that money. Do not class those in your mind as savings. They are storage. You are storing money to spend.